Hey everybody, it's Derek from Hi-Fi Resale Shop. I'm gonna do a quick video about the things that sold over the weekend. We had 19 things sold over the weekend. Kind of lost my voice a little bit from basketball games this weekend, being the coach and screaming over the crowd and everything. So bear with me. And we got 19 things that sold over the weekend. It wasn't particularly amazing weekend, but we're grateful for the sales that we get when we get them, and it was a total of $402 gross. That includes all the shipping and all the eBay fees and stuff in it. A smattering of all kinds of different things that we sold this weekend. I'm doing this really early in the morning today on Tuesday, the day after President's Day. So we had a 3-day weekend basically for eBay. So these are the sales from Friday, Saturday, late Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. Nothing have sold this morning so far. And then it's Tuesday, the 17th. We have homeschool today. So I got up early to do the part I do at homeschool, which is the art program. I'm just still trying to figure this out in my head, but I also need to do this video, and I need to pack some of this stuff so that when I get home after the homeschool, I can get it to the post office. So let's, without any further ado, let's go through the things that sold this weekend, which you can find. You might be able to find some of this stuff at a garage sale or a thrift store for sure. So the first thing that sold came from the Owl liquidation auction, in which I spent, I don't know, I think it was $240, $260 or something like that. This is a bed hook-on bed frame metal bracket kit, so you can convert a headboard, I guess, to be able to latch on to some bed rails, so like a standard bed rail kit. So this sold for $10 plus shipping on top, and that came out of that auction, the Owl auction. The next item that sold is a bottom to a swim suit. This is a Tommy Bahama swimsuit skort. It's a medium, and it came from a golf course garage sale for $2.60. It sold for $15.99. So that was a pretty good turnaround on that. The next item came from the Boyd's Bear lot. It is so the head is right here, but it's a little baby in this basket. And excuse me. And I ended up buying out the person that had the boys' beards and all this other stuff, and I paid her, so I didn't have to worry about making payments anymore for the consignment sale. So this belongs to me now, and we finally sold this. I probably had it in the store. Let me see if I can see. From August 26th of 2025. So now it had to be relisted at some point. So it's much older than that. It's somewhere in the 2024 area. But this doll sold for $12 plus shipping on top. So glad to see it get to a new home, and I think it's going international. So there's that as well. The next item is a pair of jeans. A pair of pants. Larry Levine. Pant 303, white linen tapered leg. Pant slacks 14, large, with a decorative hem. So they sold for $21.99 plus shipping. Um, yeah. The next item that sold was a pajama set. So this came from the Betty and Bobby Allison charity garage sale. It's a charity group. They think I think they do this a women's shelter thing. So they let women come in and just pick out clothes for themselves and stuff. And like once a year, they get rid of all the stuff that's been there all year long, and they bring in a whole bunch of new stuff. So for these women who are getting out of abusive relationship and stuff, and they're starting over, or maybe families that have lost their home or something, and they can just go in and shop like a normal person through their warehouse of stuff, and then they change out the stuff because they get new donations in. So they don't add the donations to the old stuff, they just wait, and then they have this garage sale, pull it all out, and then put new stuff in there so they can feel like they're shopping at a store for different items. So this set, a cami top and a short. This is Oscar de la Renta, white with pink dots. Lounge top and bottom set, pajama set, small. It sold for $15 plus shipping on top. The cost on that was 30 cents or somewhere around there. I ended up going there to the charity sale on the second day. I just saw it and I stopped in there. I didn't realize what was going on, and they were doing a bag for $10. So I just started filling up a bag, which became 2 bags, which became 3 bags. I think it was 4 bags by the end of it. And so I spent, $40, $10 per bag. And I ended up buying all their CDs as well for another $20. So it was a really good pickup there. And there were lots of people partaking in that sale at that point, so with the bag sale going on. But they had done a day and a half of regular price type stuff. The next item that sold is McNally's Puzzle, Lawrence Sanders book from 2004, audiobook, abridged, $8.53 plus shipping on top for that. The next item that sold was a Britney Spears CD, Blackout, from 2008. I don't know. This is kind of the point at which she started to fall off. This sold for $11.24 plus shipping on top. I don't recognize any of the songs on the back. Then next is another CD that sold, Music Network 123 Medium, recording, easy listening, jazz music, and this is like an in-store play list. So this would be used in retail setting, but in the background music in the store. And that sold for $13 plus shipping on top. The next item that sold, I put one CD up on like Saturday afternoon. I had like not much time. I was just in between things. And it sold. Sheila E. self-titled dance pop music CD, 1987, and it sold for $9 plus shipping on top. I don't really see a song on there that I recognize. So that's that. The next item is another CD. So that's 4 CDs in a row that sold. That's really weird. And that was all 40 CDs that sold that, in this group. Third Day, it's 2 CD set and Christian rock from 2010, and it sold for $6.74 plus shipping on top. The next item is this Mizuno Jenny Finch youth softball mitt. Glove right, throw left, black, white, and pink. And this sold for $14.99. The next item that sold is this denim jacket. It's Vintage Expressions, size medium denim jacket, and it's sold for $10 plus shipping on top. Sold this bag next. Bug Out BO Bug Out bag, fabric cross body messenger bag, olive drab green, military look, new. Was the listing $33.74. I bought this at Goodwill. The family and I went to Goodwill together. I bought a bunch of plush that day, and I bought this bag. A couple of the plushes I've sold. They might have been in a video or two. There was a Tampa Bay Buccaneers one, a mascot one. That was $30 some odd, so that was really great. It paid for everything. And then there was a Winnie the Pooh piglet one that I've sold. And this is, I think, is the third thing from that group that sold. And this sold for $33.74 plus shipping on top. So that's awesome. That was a good pickup right there. Went out on a limb on that because I couldn't find it anywhere, but kind of knew that I would make back, I don't know, it was probably $4 or $5.99. I'm not sure. The next thing that sold were these St. Louis Cardinals flask and 4 shot glasses, and they have the Cardinal on them and everything. I did this shrink wrap because the shot glasses looked like they were going to fall out of there. I got these at a Marshalls or a TJ Maxx after Christmas. They were on clearance. So I got these. These are new. Somebody bought 2 of them. So they bought both of them for $13.99 plus shipping. So each $13.99 plus shipping, and I think I got them for somewhere around $6 a piece. But it's been so long that that right now that's a sunk cost, and I'm just happy that they're gone, or they got to a new home and everything. So the person asked because there's 2 of them to combine shipping and everything, so I did a little refund on that person's order to make that happen. So the next item that sold, I found this in the garage at a estate sale, and it just has a Mercedes-Benz thing on it, and it's like a charging cord of some kind, or it says an interface cord. So this new sealed and everything, I was like, it's got to be worth something. So I bought it for the 50 cents or whatever it was, and it sold for $14.99. It's the title says Mercedes-Benz Genuine OEM USB-C interface adapter cable, new. So there's that, and then I'm gonna separate this just a little bit here. The next thing that sold was this. It's like two little espresso cups or whatever, and then these 4 little plates with shamrocks on it. They're from Neiman Marcus is the reason. Well, I don't think I picked these up. Where I think these came from, and they do say Japan as well on them, so they were made in Japan. So I picked these up. I got a bin of toys from somebody, and this stuff was in there. So they were in good enough shape, even in the toy bin, to put up for sale. So it's these 4 saucers, I think 4, and 2 cups, and those sold for $15 with shipping on top. I think because Shamrocks and St. Patrick's Day is coming up soon, so I am not positive on that, but I think that's why that's sold. Somebody was searching Shamrocks. The next item that's sold is this Adidas pant. Pant number 97. Climate. Black high-waisted ankle yoga pant. Medium, and this sold for $14.49. The next item we got is this Mark Martin hat. I bought probably 50 hats from a guy, and they were all NASCAR related. And he collected them, I guess, but I think he also worked for Cummings, and I don't know if Mark Martin was related to that. But number 6 NASCAR embroidered hat, and it sold for $7.49 with shipping and on top. It's in great condition. It's never probably been worn, so that's pretty cool. That was a couple of years ago I did that. I've actually been back to that person's garage sale last year and bought some other stuff. I bought a bunch of jackets. I think this is the last item. It's a nice little sweater from Loft Plus. So, and it's a 16-18. It's white, geometric design. It's got these little poofy little design here, and a sweater, geometric design, and it sold for $12 plus shipping on top. It's actually a really nice sweater. I'm surprised it's still around. It's been here for a while. And that's going to be it. That's everything that's sold over the 3-day weekend. And I gotta go and pack some of this stuff up so I don't have to do it all later. And if you have any questions, please comment down below. Like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time. Peace.